Wow.
You know, it's going to be a dog fight down there. So right now, I'm gonna take the edge with Texas Southern. They playing pretty good football. They feeling good about themselves. You got two good leaders, you know, with your head coach and your offense coordinator. Not taking anything from the defense coordinator because they're doing a great job. But that game right there, I'm going to get an edge to Texas Southern.
Oh, he's going with Texas Southern down there. Oh, my goodness. I think Eddie Robb just turned over down there, knowing the Texas Southern's going to come off in the Grambling and win down there in Ruston. Well, hey, we're just going to have to wait and see. And we're going to hold that one to him, ladies and gentlemen, because we can't roll the tape back and listen to what the SWAC doctor said. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got now this is going to be a big game.
This is a big game.
Because Prairie View is going to be coming down to the reservation.
They coming to the reservation, and Alcorn will have on the black jersey.
If they have on the black jerseys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pick the upset. If they have on the black jerseys.
They're going to have on the black jersey. Right now, this is a prime game for Alcorn. Right now, they have to do what they need to do. Prairie View has pretty much locked up the West. Nothing can hurt them right now. So you come into Alcorn, where Alcorn plays well in Jack Spink Stadium. So Alcorn right now has the perfect opportunity to upset them, kind of like Southern did. Southern had them on the ropes at home. With them being at Alcorn down in Longman, and Alcorn knowing what they got to do to get to the SWAC championship, they ought to be able to at least put up a good fight against this team.
Hey, you kind of said something, man. You said that's Jack Spink Stadium, but I really want to see that field be called McNair's Field. So, hey, we're going to say that on the show. We really want to say McNair's name need to be on something down there. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got Lincoln out of Missouri, and they're going to be coming to Mississippi Valley State. And Valley definitely need to win this game, and I think they can win this game.
Valley can win this ball game. I seen Coach Totten this week, Friday night. We didn't talk a whole lot of football, just different stuff, kind of up here recruiting and doing different things up in this area. So some of you kids is out there watching, take a chance, go look at our recruiting site, and we got the SWAC colleges looking at it real strong. But as for this game right here, they ought to be able to beat them. They need to kind of go out on a winning note. So maybe that's one reason why they scheduled them at the end of the year.
Well, I just want to say this: Willie Totten was up here Friday night. That show airs down on WABG on Saturday morning. He didn't hear your comments you made about him, or he might not have been on the fence talking to you.
Look, this TV, I got to say what's in front of me,
Hey, definitely. Hey, Coach Todd, that's you, my boy, but I ain't say all that now.
Look, they got Coach Todd know the game. You got to win the state.
You got to win the stadium, man. And Arkansas Pine Bluff is going to be off this week, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be getting well rested after scoring 49 points. So they deserve.
They just beat up on you and take a week off.
Yeah, they beat up on you and take a week off. And you know something? I still think that game that got called between them and Alcorn is going to come back.
Well, that's one reason why Jackson is a half a game ahead of Alcorn right now because of that game.
Because of that game.
If that game had been played and Alcorn had won, they'd still
might be tied up. Or Alcorn would still be on top.
They'll be on top right now because of the Alabama A&M deal.
Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the SWAC Player of the Week, offensive defense, and we're going to give you the standings. So y'all stay right there. Come on back. And Dwayne Fulton, the SWAC doctor.
The true strength of Turner Furniture was not hatched in a hall of Washington, but was found in our enduring ideals. Customer satisfaction, easy credit terms, low prices. That's the true genius of Turner Furniture. When these other furniture stores are trying to rent you furniture, we want you to own it. Because at Turner Furniture, yes we can. And when you bring coupons from other stores into our store, we guarantee to beat their prices. Yes, we can. When you only have $500 or less to spend on a new living room, bedroom, or dinette set, bring your money to me because, yes, we can.
Turner Furniture, 201 Alabama Street in the Gateway Shopping Center in Columbus, 329-1300.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless Turner Furniture. A change has come to Columbus.
Hey, this ain't Leo, but this is Leo's Luxury Car Care.
This ain't Leo either, but at Leo's Luxury Car Care, you can get a car wash and a massage.
You know I ain't Leo, but at Leo's Luxury Car Care, you can enjoy the game room while you get your car washed.
Hey, I am Leo, and at Leo's Luxury Car Care, you get an ultimate car wash and a luxurious experience.
We got ours washed at Leo's Luxury Car Care, Highway 45 in Columbus.
I'm Ronald Mason Jr., president of Jackson State University. Whether it's academics or athletics, there's only one. Among research-intensive HBCUs, Jackson State is #1 in the country in federally funded research and the top producer of African-American PhDs. Ranked in the top 50 overall best universities in America by Washington Monthly Magazine, Jackson State University is challenging minds and changing lives.
Hey, you're back here with Dwayne Fulton and Marcus Dent. We're going to jump right into this thing. We're going to talk about the Offensive Player of the Week in the Southwest Conference, and that was my main man, Mickey Dean out of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
He had 20 rushes up for 21 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 passing against Grambling. Did an excellent job this week.
And we just want to make mention, though, Mickey Dean was also a SWAC preseason Player of the Year, so Offensive Player of the Year. So, hey, we're going to jump right into a Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Week. I'm already trying to hand out some awards here.
Hand out some awards.
My main man, Rashard Hunt from Texas Southern, he did his thing.
He had 4 tackles for 1.5 for losses. Had 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 pass breakup. So that's a solid effort by the young man.
We're going to jump right into the West Division, ladies and gentlemen. In the 5th spot, we have Southern University, an unfamiliar spot for Pete Richardson. So at that number 5 spot.
Yeah, right now, Southern not used to being in the cellar right now. Although they have overall winning record of 5-3, they're not used to being at the bottom of the SWAC.
And in the 4th spot, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Robinson is definitely not happy about this as the Grambling State G-men holding down the 4th spot over in the West with a record of 3-2, 5-4 overall.
Another team with an overall, pretty good record, but still, those 2 teams right there usually be flip-flop. They usually be at the top of the West. Yeah, 1 and 2, either 1 or 2 at the top of the West. And right now, that just shows you how much other teams are getting better right now.
And just to say, hey, the Bayou Classic is just going to be the Bayou Classic this year. And the number 3 spot, ladies and gentlemen, we have Arkansas Pine Bluff. They had a big win over Grambling, so they're in the 3rd spot.
Now, it's just like, it seems like the West is just flipped.
Right.
The bottom went to the top and the top went to the bottom.
Right.
And that just shows the parity in the coaching job that these other teams are doing right now. So Pete, Coach Broadway, right now you got some people on your heels that are doing an excellent job recruiting-wise and, putting the people on the field right now that can produce.
And I just want to say this, we're going to be talking about the 2nd spot, and this is as of now, the team of the year in the Southwest Athletic Conference, Texas Southern. They're in 2nd place with 3-1 in the conference and 4-4 overall.
Got a 4-4 overall record, but what stands out is a 3-1 SWAC record, and the only loss being to who? Prairie View. So right now, that shows right now that they're a ball club right now that's on the rise.
Right. And then the number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, we have Prairie View A&M. They're at 5-0 in the SWAC and 6-1 overall. And they're showing the Southwest Athletic Conference they're trying to go undefeated. They're going to have a tough game down in Alcorn, but they're trying to run the table.
Right now, they want to go undefeated in the SWAC so they can either get that bid to go to play the NCAA tournament. I believe that's what they want to do. There haven't been anything said definite, but I think Coach Jones wants to go to the playoffs.
I want to see him go to the playoffs because I feel as though the Southwest Athletic Conference needs to be represented in the Division I AA playoffs,
That's
man.
right.
Because we got some great teams been playing great football, and people don't realize in the last 2 years, Prairie View A&M has only lost 2 football games. In the last 2 years. So hats off to the team out there in Texas. Both those teams out there in Texas.
Doing real well.
We're going to jump right into this East, ladies and gentlemen. And at the bottom of the East, we have Mississippi Valley State. They're holding it down with a 1-5 and 2-7 record overall. So they're trying to bounce back. They're going to have Lincoln. They should get a win, but unfortunately, it's not a SWAC win.
Right now, Mississippi Valley defense has to play better. That's a lot of their problem. Their defense is not letting the offense find out anything. They come out there and the defense, boom, they score, let somebody score on them, and hey, they just get behind the 8 ball with the defense. So the offense need the defense to help them just a little bit.
Right. In the number 4 spot, we have Alabama State University at 1-5 and 4-5 overall. They had some pancake wins at the beginning, but it's kind of catching up with them now. And keep in mind, Valley beat them at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Valley beat them at the beginning of the year. So Alabama State right now is just trying to hold on to what they have, trying to finish out the season or win the season. So right now they're pretty much out of contention.
Right. At the number 3 spot, we have Alcorn State University, and we can kind of flip-flop this with Alcorn and Alabama A&M. They're at the 3rd spot with a conference record of 2-3 and 2-5 overall. But I tell you what, Alcorn's going to have the opportunity to put on the black and rise up.
Oh yeah, they're going to have the opportunity to put themselves in the driver's seat this weekend by playing Prairie View. What's missing from Alcorn's record is the Arkansas Pine Bluff game.
Right.
So that's kind of thrown them behind both of them. So right now, if Alcorn want to make a good run at it and put a lot of people in the stands come the 21st of November, they need to win this coming week.
Right, that's going to be a tough task, knocking off Prairie View, because Prairie View's on a mission of going undefeated in the Southwest Athletic Conference. In the number 2 spot, we have Alabama A&M. They're at 2-3 and 5-4 overall. And just to be honest with you, that's going to be a big game coming up with Jackson State. But to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, both these teams, we don't know who's going to show up, the real Alabama A&M or the real Jackson State. So
I think overall, Alabama A&M have a better football club. They have a winning record. The only team right now in the East with a winning record. So I'm picking Alabama A&M. They got pretty good offense, and their defense is good. And they've been playing solid ball all year long, although they dropped Alcorn State earlier. But right now, I pick Alabama A&M in this contest.
And at the number 1 spot is Jackson State. They're at 2-3 in the conference and 3-5 overall. And Jackson State is primed to be back in the SWAC championship for the next 3 years.
Jackson State did a couple things right. They won the games they should have won, and it's got them right where they are right now. So Jackson State gonna have to play solid football. The offense is gonna have to score early so the defense can kind of keep them in this thing.
Right.
And they got one secret weapon we hadn't talked about it much, and that's the kicker, Eric Perry. If they get it down close, Eric Perry has been proven to be a winner and win these kind of close ball games for him.
And I just want to say this to the Jackson State fans. At first, beginning of the year, when they lost games to Texas Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff, I just thought that was bad. But as you look at the West,
right now they lost to some pretty good teams.
They lost to some pretty good teams over there.
Right.
So we have Jackson State on top, and we have Prairie View leading the other side. And I tell you what, Prairie View, I would really love to see Prairie View go to the Division I AA. They had a real tough loss to New Mexico State. So I would really love to see Prairie View.
And I would, and right now they're gonna have to come up with some kind of formula for that. I hate. We talked about it a little bit last week. I hate to say, well, I'm the SWAC champion, and somebody else can say I'm the national champion.
Right.
And it hurts in your rankings and everything else when you do that. So, I hope Dewar Sharp and the SWAC coaches and the committee can come to some kind of agreement and say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. Or try to even move that game back, so they can have an option to go or stay.
Yeah, and I just want to say this, Prairie View A&M is also ranked in the top 10 Division I AA, along with FAMU and then also South Carolina State.
And it would be a shame if they couldn't represent the SWAC in their tournament.
Right. Hey, you with Dwayne Fulton here, and Mark is then the SWAC doctor. We just gave it to you the best way we can, and guess what? We're going to come back next week, and we're going to let you know how this smoke clears.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So these couple of games coming up this week, will tell the tale.
Okay, we'll catch you next week. Y'all take care and God bless.